The solid granite gray of Wall Street. The boundless blue of a Paris morning. The radiant reds of an Australian sunrise. In celebration of a new style of service at home and abroad, we now embrace the colors of the world as the new colors of United Airlines. Come fly the airline that's uniting the world. Come fly the friendly skies.
Just because you got 2.3 kids. Just because you got a house, a lawn, and a mortgage. Just because you're now a responsible adult. You still know how to have a good time, don't you? The new Grand Am Sports Sedan.
It's all here. The teams, the coaches, the history, the excitement of the 1993 NCAA Final Four. To receive your copy of the official souvenir program, send $9 to NCAA Programs, 904 North Broadway, Lexington, Kentucky, 40505. Please allow 4 to 6 weeks for delivery.
This is CBS.
Honda price increase. Toyota prices up again. Ford raises prices.
While new car prices continue to go up, the cost of owning the best-selling full-size car in Greater Cincinnati just went down. Now you can own the anniversary edition Buick LeSabre for one low, no-hassle price of just $18,999. That's a factory price rollback of over $2,900. And this LeSabre is luxury equipped with airbag, anti-lock brakes, and much more. Drive the best for a lot less at your Better Buick dealer today.
Once this man lived for Thursday nights, hard-line drives and daring head-first slides. Then one night he ruptured his anterior cruciate ligament. In other words, he blew out a knee. Using advanced arthroscopic techniques pioneered by the doctors of Cincinnati Sports Medicine at Deaconess Hospital, his knee was reconstructed without the trauma of major surgery. And with the help of their rehabilitation experts, he recovered sooner than he'd ever dared to imagine. Softball used to be his life. Soon, his life will begin again.
CBS Sports presents Prudential Securities at the Hash. Sponsored by Prudential Securities. The most important thing we earn is your trust.
I think we all need to get a life here. A lot of basketball here. Welcome to Prudential Securities at the Half. I'm still Pat O'Brien. He's still Mike Francesa. Kansas up by 4. Mike, a surprise?
Not really a surprise, Pat. A very even game, but I think that Indiana has to be happy that they're only down 4 points because their low post defense, their low box defense was not very good. Kansas could be up a lot more than 4 right now.
Let's find out what our experts think and quickly throw it over to the coaches' corners for some comments from Digger Phelps and Mike Krzyzewski. Gentlemen.
When you take a look at what Damon Bailey does coming off the bench, he is a big factor. And when you set up that one play where he and Chaney work together.
Well, I think everyone has to know that Bailey's penetration is going to be the key. Here he penetrates. He hits Chaney. Now watch what happens after Chaney scores. Watch what he hits Bailey right away. It's an indication of how important those kids know Bailey is to their team.
Let's talk about Rex Wellers on the other side. A little struggle, only goes 3 for 5, 0 for 2 on threes. What's Indiana doing to shut him down?
I think the first thing they're doing, Digger, is they're making sure he doesn't hit threes. They're making him be a driver, and he's walked at one time, so they're trying to take him out of the game a little bit.
Key for Indiana second half when you take a look at what Bailey did, having not done anything the first 5 minutes.
Not just Bailey, but Graham, too. The dribble penetration and force him into help and force Kansas into help and recover situations.
Kansas in the locker room, maybe mixed defense to take away that penetration?
Yeah, I think they're going to come out and not just play man, but they're going to throw in a little bit of zone. Roy Williams is a pretty darn good coach.
Little Carolina style, maybe?
I think Roy Williams style.
Okay, thank you. Back to you,
Good job,
Pat.
coaches. We did ask Mike Krzyzewski to join us tomorrow, but he's flying down to Myrtle Beach because his daughter, Lindy, is competing in the Can-Am International Cheerleading Contest. That's Mickey and Jamie. Their coach, she's in the middle somewhere, right?
Yeah, she's the prettiest one.
Of course she is.
Obviously takes after her mother.
Now, Coach, if you reach into your right pocket, your right breast pocket, reach in your right breast pocket. Those are tickets and parking tickets that are stuck in there for you, so you're all set up tomorrow. That's
Thanks.
It's actually your reward. for doing
You
good.
guys are a little bit smarter than you look.
Don't bet on that. Earlier today, Kentucky, the hottest team in the country, continued its roll right into the Final Four. Florida State was the latest victim, and Florida State hung in there close. Watch, great defense, good pressure basketball. They get the ball inside to Bobby Sir, who goes in for the layup. The Seminoles took the lead, and Charlie Ward, more aggressive basketball, Mike, makes the steal, drives the lane for the layup. Florida State takes the lead there.
Then Kentucky took over second half, Pat. They made some big plays there in the second half. Travis Ford got in the game. Mashburn did better in the second half, and they just broke it open. Kentucky has been the most impressive team in the country to date in this tournament.
Let's set the menu for tomorrow. We remind you again to join us tomorrow on our Sunday program at 1 Eastern Time, followed by visits to our last two destinations on the road to the Final Four at 1:38 Eastern Time. Cincinnati will challenge the top seed in the East, North Carolina. Then at 4 Eastern, Temple will tackle the top seed out in the West. Over in the women's tournament, one score here, Iowa defeated Tennessee, and no Virginia. They'll be playing Ohio State in one of next Saturday's national semifinals. It's the first Final Four appearance for both schools, and we'll look at the women's brackets there. Remind you that we'll have the women's Final Four from Atlanta beginning at noon Eastern Time right here on CBS. And our congratulations to Cal State Bakersfield as well for capping an undefeated season with their first ever NCAA Division II championship. As we look ahead to the second half, many reporters are looking forward to another chance for Bobby Knight to meet the press. In yesterday's exchange of pleasantries with the Fourth Estate, Knight wouldn't make outright predictions, but he did make one thing crystal clear.
If I could determine what the hell he's going to look like next year, that's just what I have no idea. I got to wait till next year to watch him play. I mean, I can't do that. You know.
You would anticipate, right?
Wait a minute. I see Bailey. The image is fading. Just a second. Coming back. Yes. Images are tough to deal with. Sometimes you got to get them in line. Yes, I see Bailey being better.
Do you see him being the playmaker for next year's team?
I mean, this is a damn cheap piece of crystal here. This isn't expensive enough to answer all those questions. This thing. Wait a minute, there's something forming here. It says, what a question.
I'm throwing that right to the coach's corner. What do you guys think of that?
Michael, there's only one guy, and he's changed his strategy. He used to get up and walk out. Today, he's got this humor.
Well, now I know how he comes up with all the answers. I played for him and worked for him. I didn't know he used that crystal. Now I know how he does it.
All right.
Pat, back to you.
Let's look at our crystal ball here. What do you see, Mike?
I see the second half.
We'll rejoin JB and Raph to courtside in St. Louis, and we continue here on CBS right after this. I'm not sure that worked, did it? Let's enjoy the game.
CBS Sports presents Prudential Securities at the Hash. Sponsored by Prudential Securities. The most important thing we earn is your trust.
The Grand Am's great. Well, what happened to the Accord? Yeah. I found out what the Accord really cost. With air, automatic, anti-lock brakes, $19,500. Whoa. Huh? They weren't talking to me. Really? Wow. The Grand Am, they don't give that away. Air, automatic, standard anti-lock brakes, $5,000 less than the Accord. $5 less? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know what that means a month? It's got me into a new car.
What are you going to do with the money?
Eat.
Tony and Diane get regular insurance checkups, just like they get regular medical checkups. I'm State Farm Agent Carlos Bermudez. I have been their State Farm agent 7 years. A family insurance checkup helps them make sure all their coverages are up to date. It's also a good time to explore options, like how their life insurance plan can be adapted to help with their daughter's college education. I think the family insurance checkup is something everybody can feel good about.
My full-time job is as a director of special services at Keensburg School District in New Jersey. It's a K-12 school district. My responsibilities range in the area of special education and counseling. I've been officiating College 1 level basketball now for 18 years. From way back in grammar school, I played grammar school basketball, high school basketball, and it's always been my favorite sport. It seems to be the most exciting game. I find that the competitiveness that's in playing basketball is alive as you're officiating. Communication is important during a game, and I think communication with players helps them adjust to the game. They know you're human, and you can talk with most of them and work with them. We strive in officiating to be in the right spot at the right time, working to get the appropriate angle so that we are working as hard as the players are. In basketball, we strive, as a player does, for perfection.
This message provided by the NCAA.
Meet Amber. She's a superstar, but she isn't popular here. What would you do if a strip club opened in your neighborhood? Street Stories with Ed Bradley, Thursday.